Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your midday news fix for Thursday the 19th of March. New Zealand's had another quarter of economic growth. Stats NZ data shows GDP rose 0.2% in the December quarter, resulting in the same amount of growth annually to December. With more, business reporter Michael Sergel.
Growth has slowed from the rebound seen in the September quarter, but it's a better picture than the downturn seen in the first half of last year and the technical recession in the year before. The big question now is how the conflict in the Middle East affects economic growth in the current March quarter.
Questions over government secrecy about talks with the US on a critical minerals deal, with protesters now decorating the PM's office. A heavily redacted cabinet paper released yesterday reveals US officials put up a proposed framework late last year. It suggested direct US funding of current mineral projects and assisting with mapping our resources. Labour's energy spokesperson Megan Woods says Kiwis need to be told more.
Cabinet had discussed it, Cabinet committees had discussed it. There have been 12 meetings between representatives of the New Zealand government and the United States. New Zealanders need to know what's happening.
Greenpeace activists today put up a sign at Chris Luxon's Botany electorate office labelling it Trump War Minerals HQ alongside American symbols. Numbers of police-issued speeding fines have soared, 538,000 last year alone. That's equivalent to one fine for every minute of 2025 and represents a doubling of total fines since 2019. Police say they've significantly increased enforcement. The Automobile Association's Dylan Thompson says enforcement slowed in the late 2010s but is now at 15-year highs.
I guess you could say this has been a refocusing by the police, and they have really targeted some areas that are involved in some of the highest rates of crashes.
Social media is more and more the drug sales platform of choice. The New Zealand Drug Trends Survey has found meth and cocaine purchases via social media have been rising since 2020. Platforms range from the encrypted Telegram to Facebook Marketplace. Massey University's Chris Wilkins says they still have the potential for danger.
The risk is further down the line when drugs have to be delivered. And the other part of this is, of course, then it can be very young people come into contact with drug sellers.
Wages could be on the rise across New Zealand, with advertised salaries continuing to pick up. SEEK's latest report shows they rose 0.9% over the quarter and 3% annually. Canterbury had the fastest yearly growth, and most industries had increases led by advertising, arts and media. Country manager Rob Clark says regions are also up, which isn't surprising.
Because Auckland has been a bit slower to recover than the other regions from a job ad volume point of view, and that's also reflective in the advertised salaries.
To sport, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona and Bayern Munich have joined Real Madrid, Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain and Sporting Lisbon in the quarterfinals of football's Champions League. The Chiefs are unable to put a definitive time frame on All Black loose forward Wallace Satiti's recovery from a hamstring injury, beyond an initial two-match Super Rugby trip to Australia. And Argentina's rugby union is launching a bid to host the 2035 World Cup in South America, preferably alongside Brazil, Chile and Uruguay. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.